Good morning, Retired and Fit. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm here to give you another good workout. We're getting a little gloomy outside, so maybe today we're going to be inside for this workout. If you choose to work outside, just put on a little extra layer, you'll be fine. All you're going to need today is something to do a step up on. Now I'm using this piano bench here. If you have a sturdy chair or if you have a step stool, if you don't have either one of those, I recommend just going where there's a staircase or stairwell. And we're only going to be here for a minute, so just go over, use that, and then head back in if the stairwell is outside of your confines of your home. The other thing you're going to need is a mat, and then today I have 2 weights. They're only 5 pounds. If you don't have weights at home, just grab your cans. We'll use those again. And that's all we need for today. So we're going to start. Let me grab my timer really quick. We're going to start with our heart rate set. We're going to do a minute of bunny hops. Now, if you remember, the hands are going to be up by the chest. This is going to prevent us from using the arms on that kind of upward swing. We're going to be here hopping for a full minute like so, okay? Now we're going to do a lot of work in this fast twitch region of the calf, just trying to turn that on, get the heart rate up a little bit. We're here for a full minute. Are we ready? Set, and let's go. Belly pulled in nice and tight here. Staying high on the tiptoes. As always, if you need to, take some rest, take some rest. Maybe you want to pick up that speed, a quick little jump. Maybe you slow it down. Now, if this is too much for you, you can always come to this calf raise here, okay? You'll get the same effect, just at a little slower pace. We have 20 seconds. Keep up. You can do it. Check in with your belly. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Perfect. Next we're going to do is just a little forward and a little backward run. We're going to come into the form of a V, so just make sure you have a little bit of space. We don't need much. I'm going to start in this corner, come forward, then we're going to back pedal here, okay? Forward and back pedal. We're just working on that forward and reverse plane of motion. Ready? We're here for a full minute. Let's go. And back pedal. Forward and back pedal. Forward and back pedal. Forward and back pedal. Now obviously if you have a little bit more space, maybe you can do a few V's like we would do in class. But if you don't, no problem. This will get you the same effect. You'll just have to repeat a little bit more often like me. Now I want you to focus on that quick transition from forward to reverse. Good work. We have about 10 seconds left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, perfect. Now our last heart rate set exercise we're going to do is that step up. I'm going to be using this bench. It's a little squeaky, sorry about that. But again, please use whatever you have around the house. If you don't have any stair access or anything that feels sturdy enough, just do this knee drive, okay? Just step up and knee drive. We're going to be here for a full minute. Give me just 1 second. Ready, set, and let's go. We're going to step up, squeeze the glutes at the top, and we're alternating which foot is going to lead up and step down. Good. Now I want you to think about that knee. How is that knee interacting with the ankle? Is it staying directly over the ankle, or is it splaying out over the ankle? And don't get too caught up on alternating. Just do your best to alternate between the two. It's not essential that we get both legs exactly even. As long as we're close to even, that's what matters. Think about squeezing the glutes at the top. And rest. Good. Now I would challenge you with that step up. If that felt pretty easy and you decide to do this whole workout around again, try and make it a little bit quicker. Okay? All right. So that is our heart rate set. We're going to move into a little bit of lower body work. We're going to start with a squat press. So I'm going to need you to grab those weights that you have, whether that be little dumbbells or maybe some cans, whatever you have around the house. And we're going to do a squat press. I'm going to turn this direction so you can see. We're going to sit our bum back behind us, reaching for that chair. Weights are going to come up to the side and hang out here. We're going to squat down. As we raise up, we push the weights up. Now, a couple things I want to give you cues on to remember. We're not extending through that low back. We tuck the tail, pull the belly in here to protect our low spine, okay? Second, when you're going to do that press up, I want you to think that the shoulders are leading that motion, okay? And that means all of the shoulder, not just the traps up by the neck. So we're pushing up way down from the low part of the shoulder, push that weight up overhead, and then bring it back down to neutral as we squat down. We're here for 10 reps. Feet point forward, hip distance, and we squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Rest. Good work. All right. Let me move my weights over just a little bit. I'm going to move my mat back. This next exercise, you just need to have a surface you can put your heels up against. I'm going to use this closet door here. I'm going to find my feet and my knees and my hips all at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to push through those heels and I'm going to lift the hips up, okay? Now I want you to remember, it's pushing through the heels, not through the toes. We want to turn on those hamstrings, okay? Are we ready? We're here for 10. Set, let's go. 1, push through those heels, lift the hips up. 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, use those hamstrings and glutes. 2 more, 9, last one, 10, and rest. Perfect. Now we're going to stay on our mat for the next, let me shut these really quick, for the next exercise. You're going to find yourself lying down on your right side. Prop that elbow underneath you. We're going to just slightly bend that bottom leg to give us a little bit more support. We're going to take that hip on top, which should be your left hip, and roll it forward. So you're stacked left on top of right. Left hand comes down, give us a little bit more support. We're going to lift that left Notice how I'm turning the toes downward. That's going to turn on my glute medius, the outer portion of my hip here. And we're going to pulsate here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do this one 2 times through on each side. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now obviously it's not an exact science of how many pulsates we do. We're just hanging around the 10 mark, okay? It's not exactly 10. Might be a little less, a little more. Let's go ahead and flip to the other side. So again, now that left leg is just going to be slightly bent. We find stability in the lower portion, or the upper body, with the shoulder and the elbow flatly pressed down. Push down with that right hand, lift the right leg, turn the right toes downward to turn on the outer portion of the hip here, and we're pulsating for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. I want you to keep in mind that you're not letting that top hip slump back. We want to keep the top hip rolled forward to turn on that glute medius. We're going again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rest. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge, I would challenge you to do 10 reps each side. So we did 10 pulsates twice. I would challenge you to do 10 pulsates 10 times. That's just going to get those hips really warmed up, active, strong. Okay. Now let's move on. We're going to do a few other exercises with our upper body. I'm going to have us start with our biceps. Then we'll move into a couple other muscle groups. So let's grab those weights. I'm going to have you point the palms forward like so. I'm going to turn in the camera so you can see. My elbow is fully extended. We're going to do what are called 21s. We're going to actually do 30s, but 21s. Usually what that implies is that you're doing 7 reps of 3 different exercises for a total of 21. In this case, we're going to do 10 reps of 3 different exercises for a total of 30. Okay? So we're going to start with this low bicep, the longest portion down here. And we're going to curl up and down, up and down. Now a couple cues I want to give to y'all. So that elbow is fully extended here, and then I come up just a little bit short of 90 and come back down to fully extended, okay? We're just working the very end of the bicep here. A couple other things. Check in with your pelvis. Are you popping your bum out, or are you tucking your tail underneath you and pulling that belly in? Make sure you tuck the tail, pull the belly in. Now we're here for 10 reps on this low portion. Ready? Here we go. 1, slow and controlled. 2, 3, 4, 5. Check in with your shoulders. Are you pulling up to the ears? 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Our next one we're going to do is we're going to work that upper portion of the bicep. So we're going to hold those weights up nice and close to the shoulders. We're going to come down just short of 90 and we're going to bring them back up. Again, check in with your pelvis, tuck the tail, drop the shoulders down, and pull that belly in. We're here for another set of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do both motions, so a full bicep curl. So full extension of the elbow all the way to a nice tight contraction of the elbow and the bicep. Are we ready? Set, here we go. We're here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last but not least, 10. Hopefully you all still kept those cues of keeping the pelvis tucked underneath us, that belly's pulled in, and we drop the shoulders down from the ears. Another quick cue, put a smile on your face. That just releases some endorphins, helps us keep a positive attitude and feeling better about this whole situation. Okay, next we're going to move into what I call crazy eights. I don't really understand why they're called crazy eights. It's just easier than saying the full what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to start, and it's going to come out into a lateral raise, front raise, upright. Okay? Now, just like with every other exercise, I want you to think about where's that pelvis? Am I tucking my tail underneath me, or am I extending my low back? I want us to tuck the tail, pull belly in, drop shoulders down. I want us to focus on also utilizing the whole scapula or whole shoulder blade and not just that trapezius that's up here when we're doing this action. We're here for 10 each. Ready, set, and let's go. 1, 2, slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and notice how I'm taking it all the way through that whole range of motion. 8, 9, last one. Now, a couple cues that I forgot to mention, sorry about that, is when you're doing that raise, we come up to a T. So our shoulder is nice and even here. We're not coming past that, okay? That's going to turn on that trapezius, and we're trying not to. Next, when we come out to that front raise, we come straight out of the shoulder again, not past it, okay? And finally, when we do that upright, we pull the elbows out and meet at the nipple line. Okay, finally, you can set those weights down. Finally, we're going to find ourselves down on the mat, and we're going to do a push-up with up an inch, down an inch, is what it's called. Now, I'll demonstrate from the knees. If you want to do a full push-up, do a full push-up. If you want to demonstrate, or if you want to participate on a countertop, please do it on a countertop as well. So all we're going to do, have those knees down against the mat, maybe roll up your mat a little extra. Nice flat back. We're going to let the elbows scrape the side body like so. We're going to go up an inch, down an inch. There's one. Now, I want you to think about making sure that you're at a height that you're going to be able to maintain for 10. So if you're starting out really low, going up an inch, down an inch is going to be really hard. If you start out really high, going up an inch, down an inch is not going to be nearly as difficult. Winslow has come to join us for a little bit of a workout. He's the ultimate workout partner here. No. Go. Okay, so elbow scraping side body, nice flat back. Ready? Here we go. We're going to go up an inch, down an inch. There's 1. Up an inch, down an inch. There's 2. Up an inch, down an inch. 3. Up an inch, down an inch. 4. Up an inch, down an inch. 5. Let's take just a little bit of rest. We're going to do our last 5. Just shake out those arms. Okay? Last 5. Here we go. Get yourself in position. Up an inch, down an inch. There's 1. Up an inch, down an inch. 2. Up an inch, down an inch. 3. Up an inch, down an inch. 4. Up an inch, down an inch. 5. Push all the way up. Good work. That's it for our arms. Let's move into our abs. Now we're going to start down on our mat. We're going to do a plank with a downward dog. If this is too much for you, we're going to be here for a full minute. If this is too much for you, either hold the plank or hold the downward dog. Okay? Let me get my timer here. Now for this variation, we are in the high plank. If that is too much for you, please drop down to a low plank. There's no problem with that. Okay? So we're coming up to this high plank. We're going to move back to a downward dog. High plank, downward dog. We're just alternating between the two. A couple things I want you to keep in mind. Your hips are leading that motion. They're driving us forward and they're pulling us back. Our shoulders are right over the wrists and our belly is fully turned on along with our glutes to keep that back nice and flat. We have about 15 seconds. We're going to get started. Get yourself set up. Again, we're here for 1 full minute. Start out in that plank. The wider your feet are, the more support you have. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to send those hips up high and back. High and back. You move at your own pace. Or maybe hold one over the other. Again, I want you to think about that belly and the glutes turned on the whole time. Good work. We're halfway there. I'm just going to turn on my timer again. Slow and controlled. This is not a fast motion. In fact, the slower you go, the harder it's going to be. So you're able to turn on those muscle groups and really lead with your glutes and with your belly. And rest. Good work. Good work. All right. Now I'm just going to show a really quick modification you could do if neither the downward dog nor the high plank were working for you. You can always come to this low plank here and push up. Here and push up. Again, your belly and your glutes are the one leading that motion, okay? All right, let's go ahead and stand up. We're going to do a med ball slam next. Hip distance with those feet. Arms are going to be up overhead. We're going to crunch hard and heavy through the belly, and we're going to slam this imaginary ball through the ground, okay? It's important that we use the belly to slam the ball down, okay? Are we ready? Set. And here we go. Slam down. Slam down. Slam down. We go down into that squat position, slam down, and back up. Slam down, and back up. Slam down, back up, slam down, and continue. halfway there. Let me just keep my timer on. Keep going. 20 more seconds. Get down. No, go. And rest. Good work. Good work. Last but not least, we're going to work those obliques. We're going to do what are called wacky jackies. You're going to just pull that knee up at kind of like a lateral motion out to the side. The elbow down like so. Okay? So we're here. Okay? I want you to think about crunching through that side body using the obliques. We'll go ahead and get started here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull that knee up, drive that elbow down to meet it. Good. Turn on those obliques. The further you drop that elbow down to meet the knee, the harder it is. We have 25 seconds left. Keep going. And rest. Good work, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Way to put in the hard work. Keep it going. We will all be seeing each other soon. Don't know when, but keep in contact. Reach out to us, and just keep working hard. I hope y'all have a great Tuesday, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining in.